Well, good afternoon and Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve, and today I wanted to show you how beautiful the sun and the ocean. Here's the Pacific. You can see it, and the sun is coming in through the clouds. There's an opening, and it is a gorgeous, gorgeous day. And there are surfers. And so today, on this sacred day, where we honor the birth of baby Jesus and what he embodies. This is so funny. What he embodies is miracles. It's the miracles of his birth and the love that the Christ has bestowed upon the world, and has taught us so many wonderful things through his example and his overcoming. And so it's about making better decisions with this fractured world that we live in, and focusing on the holy moments, the Jesus moments of life on this planet. Here, I can put the camera like this, and then you can have this background. And so I thought, the holy moments, the Jesus moments, they really are those moments where we come across as our best, right? Where we embody the most glorious traits that humanity is able to offer one another. Where we smile, where our heart opens, and our heart just like bursts open because we are just in such joy and knowing the glory of everything around us. The dolphins, I actually saw some dolphins earlier in the Pacific, and it was just the most beautiful thing just to see them, because the world needs us, At this point in time, the world definitely needs us. And so we can give our best. And when you look at this ocean and you see just the miracle of just the Pacific Ocean in and of itself, and the clouds and the seagulls and the sand, and you know what? As we look at the sand, we know that we really are but a grain of sand in the universe. And so that's why I think it's just so funny that people think that there isn't any other intelligent life, in creation, because we really are just a grain of sand. And how arrogant to think that only we live on this little planet called Earth, and that there isn't kind, loving beings maybe who are kind of watching our evolution. Because I think I told you in another video about the Israeli head of the space program there, who said that in fact it's documented, and our government knows that there really is other life out there, and in fact they are of such a high vibration, and they are such beings of light that in fact they can't even approach us. They don't want to approach us, because we are such a young species and such a young planet that in fact we are still overcoming our darkness, and that because they are so light, that in fact we wouldn't be able to handle their light, and we would then think that the darkness that was bubbling up within each human being we were projecting it onto them, and so it would bring up feelings of anger. Anyway, that's a theory, and it's a very interesting one, actually. But in terms of Christmas and the gifts, Christmas is about giving gifts and receiving gifts, and I just wanted to thank you because you have been such a gift to me. And my whole life about after I kind of went on my own journey, my self-imposed isolation, it was all about choosing to dedicate my life to figuring out what this life is about and who I am, and who you are and how we can be better and why our world is in such turmoil. Because it just doesn't need to be that way, and we are all so vitally important to make those changes and to help create a better world. And we are on that path right now, and you are so vitally important. And so, when we think about at the end of our life, when we think about what did we learn here, what did we do here, it really isn't about, did we drive a Bentley or a Mercedes, or did we go shopping here, or did we, go to the finest restaurants, or do we have Louis luggage, or, whatever. It's so silly, because that's really not what life is about. I mean, it's just, they're distractions, but really it's, what did we give to other people? Did we show them compassion? Did we love them? Did we give them our best effort? Did we do everything we could to help make this world a better place? And so that's where I ask you to think about those things, because had I been still part of the world, I don't think I would have had time to think about that. But as I chose this self-isolation, I just was so overwhelmed and so overcome by the beauty in everything. And when I see people who aren't seeing it, and I think you can see it, it's right there. Let me help you. And so there's so much joy and so many gifts out there. And I thank you for being part of my world, and however small it is. But it's a very special world, and you are a very special part of it. And so I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm going to cry. But I did want to say, what else can I tell you? When people talk about enlightenment, in 2017, I had gone through a period where I could look and I could kind of see like waves of energy, and I thought, oh my God, this is it. I'm getting it. But you know what? As quickly as it came, it went away. And I think I still had a lot of things to purge. And so I just read something about what is enlightenment. And enlightenment, basically, there are two criteria for it. And one is to not be bothered by the outside world, to just see the drama and just let it go and ignore it, and just to stay centered and grounded in who you are and not buy into petty squabbles and just BS, And so that's a really wonderful to aspire to do that. And so that's the first thing. And then the second thing is to notice the signs in the universe, to notice because the universe is alive, and the universe is around us, and the universe is within us. And so when we can see the signs, when we hear things, when we hear the sound of the ocean, when we see the seagulls, when we see the birds, when we see a puppy, when we see a person, and we connect with them in some way, that's a sign. The universe gives us signs when we see a feather, and when we see a flower, or a rose bush, or a fern, or these beautiful cacti. They kind of look like aloe vera, don't they? But I don't really know if they are. I'm not really a botanist. But it's about appreciating everything in our world and in our surroundings, and being our authentic self, to be free, to break free, and to be who we are, and to social media is wonderful because it's a connection. It allows us to connect and to network, and to learn so much that before we had to go through those encyclopedias. I certainly did. But in fact, now everything is just at the touch of our iPhone or our computer. But it really is about breaking free from societal norms and doing your own thing and risking it. And because you know what, in the end, we won't be sorry if we fail, but we will be sorry if we don't even try. And so we have to give it our best. And I have a quote as I look out into the Pacific. Look at this. And can you see that? And so just look at that. And there's nothing more beautiful than the way the ocean refuses to stop kissing the shoreline, no matter how many times it's sent away. Isn't that like the most beautiful quote? It's kissing this shoreline. And so it's true. This is like the most glorious. This is a beautiful planet, and thank God that we are all here on it, alive, right here, right now, today, on Christmas Eve, when there are so many gifts. It's not about really getting the gifts. It's about, well, the gifts are here, but I mean, it's not about getting the tangible gifts, because the gifts are all around us. And the gifts that we can give in return is to our fellow man, and to help and serve and be kind and have compassion and love and love and love some more. So I wish you a wonderful holiday and a very beautiful and Merry Christmas. And remember that it's all about what Jesus embodied. And he embodied love. He was love, all love. And compassion and kindness and doing the right thing and being the best we could be. And so I thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. And I love you.
I was thrown into the river like
Merry Christmas.